You've double-checked your materials, you're ready to submit them to us, and we're ready to get started. Within 1 day of signing your publishing contract, you will be contacted by your personal check-in coordinator. Your coordinator will make sure all your materials are ready for publication and help you resolve any possible submission issues. Once you've been contacted by your check-in coordinator, you'll have the option of sending your materials by email, File Transfer Protocol or FTP, or mail. Your coordinator will provide you with his or her phone number and email address so you can send your materials directly. If you are unable to email your materials, you can upload them to the web at the AuthorHouse FTP site. On the upload site, you'll be asked to enter your name and email address. Where it says production code, please enter your book ID number. If you're not sure what your book ID is, contact your check-in coordinator and they'll be happy to look it up for you. Then click the Browse button to locate your first file. After you have selected the first file to upload, click the Submit File button. You'll need to do this with each of your files. When emailing or uploading files, it is a good idea to include your full name and book ID number in the file names and any correspondence. After you've uploaded files at the AuthorHouse FTP site, please email your check-in coordinator to let them know how many files to look for and how they are labeled. If you're unable to email or upload your files, you can also mail them to your coordinator's attention. Please be sure to clearly label your discs and any other materials with your full name and book ID. Since materials can be lost or damaged in the mail, we suggest sending copies, not the original discs. If you are sending hard copy text for data entry or hard copy images for scanning, we again strongly urge you to send photocopies, not the originals. AuthorHouse is not responsible for items lost or damaged in the mail. After you've submitted your materials and your check-in coordinator has reviewed them for any possible submission issues, you're ready for the next step. Step 2 is pre-production services. Pre-production services are any services which need to be completed before your design team can assemble your book. This includes file merging, data entry, image scanning, copy editing, and custom illustrating. Each of these pre-production services comes with its own additional timeline, separate from the main production timeline. Some of the services, like file merging, may only take a few days, but time-intensive services like copy editing or custom illustration can take a few extra months to complete. If you need any help during pre-production services, contact your check-in coordinator. If you have not purchased any pre-production services, or after your pre-production services are completed, you are ready for the next step. Step 3 is the main production phase, or cover and interior design. At this point, you'll be assigned a design team that will work with you on the creation of your book's cover and interior. For most books, this process takes 2 to 3 weeks, or 2 to 3 business days if you have purchased a rapid release publishing package. Your check-in coordinator will provide you with your design team's email and phone number. Once you have seen the cover and interior of your book, you are encouraged to contact your design team to discuss any changes or corrections that need to be made. The next step is revisions. Revisions are a normal part of the creative process. Most of our books go through at least one round of revisions to get things just right. Each round of revisions can take between 2 and 3 weeks to complete. If you have purchased a rapid release publishing package, you receive one round of revisions in 2 to 3 business days. Additional rounds of revisions to a rapid release title will take 2 to 3 weeks. To minimize the time your book spends in revisions, we highly recommend that you take the time to proofread your manuscript before you submit it for production. Interior revisions. There is no charge to make design or layout changes to the interior. But if you are fixing typographical or other author errors, you can make up to 25 corrections free of charge in your first round of revisions. Anytime you submit revisions, it is considered a round. The 25 free corrections are available in the first round only. After the first 25 corrections in your first round, or for any corrections after the first round, there is a fee to fix any typographical or other author errors. Cover revisions. After you've seen the first draft of your cover and discussed it with your design team, you'll have a free round of revisions to make whatever changes are needed. After the free round, there is a fee for further rounds of cover corrections based on the type of change needed. It is important that you carefully review your first cover and interior and submit any changes at the same time. Submitting multiple rounds of corrections will only add to your production timeline and costs. During production, if you have any questions about the revision process or correction fees, contact your design team directly. The next step is sign-offs and book pricing. This step need only take a few minutes of your time, but your book cannot be submitted to the printer until all necessary forms have been received. There are 3 forms, and each can be quickly and easily filled out at our Author Center website. You can also contact your design team if you need these forms sent to you by mail or email. The first form is the galley sign-off. Galley is a term that refers to your book's interior. If you are happy with the interior layout and design of your book, you can submit the galley sign-off at any time. The second form is the cover sign-off. Whenever the cover is perfect for publication, go ahead and submit your cover sign-off form. Please be aware that the galley and cover that you approve are exactly what will be sent to the printer. There is absolutely nothing that will be changed or added to your book after you've signed off on it. If you see any errors or if anything is missing from your galley or cover, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, do not sign off. Let your design team know if you see any omissions or changes, and only sign off on your galley and cover when they appear precisely how they should for publication. The third and final form is the book pricing agreement. This is where you determine how much you want to sell your book for. If you need help or suggestions with book pricing, contact your design team. Once your book has been submitted to the printer, the price of your book can never be changed. If you need to revise the cover or interior of your book after the book has been submitted to the printer, a resubmission fee will apply for each version of your book, paperback and/or hardcover. Once we have received these 3 forms, you'll be at the final step, quality assurance and printer submittal. Quality assurance can take up to 3 business days while we ready your materials for submittal. Once your book is submitted to the printer, it will take 2 to 3 weeks before your complimentary copy of the final book arrives in the mail. If you have purchased any promotional services, our Author Marketing Services team will contact you once your book has been submitted to the printer. No matter what stage of production you are in, help is just a phone call or email away. You are encouraged to contact our Author Assistance Department for status updates, acknowledgement of receipt of materials, or any general questions. Before cover and interior design, we encourage you to work with your personal check-in coordinator. During cover and interior design, it is best if you work directly with your design team. After you have approved your book for publication, author assistants can answer most questions or direct your call. Another great way to keep informed is by registering at our Author Center. The Author Center is a secure, password-protected environment where you can check your book's status, download any form, and much more. If you need help registering or logging into the Author Center, contact your check-in coordinator or call Author Assistance. Thank you for choosing AuthorHouse as your publisher. Publishing is a rewarding and remarkable experience. We're pleased to be your partner through this exciting journey.